Okay, so before I'd like to proceed with this video, there are a lot of strong implications that the person that Mafu is talking about is actually the person behind Rushia outside just gossip magazines. The strongest being Korekore's tweet. This guy personally knows Rushia and Mafu. In fact, he was the one that Rushia approached back in 2022 back then. So if there's anything that knows about a lot of, let's say, behind the scenes information, it's gonna be him. And he will be talking about it in a live stream with a lot of details, so we all know we'll be glued to this one. Or at least I will. I'd also like to reiterate that this is all a one-sided statement from Mafu himself. Rushia hasn't made a statement or anything, so take as much salt as you'd like. I'll just be reading off of what he said. And yes, I will be embracing my drama tuber status. Thank you. Now, before we begin, I would just like to say, chat, that I don't care that Mikineko is married. Like, her being married is not, like, not really a crucial part of why people are surprised by this. It's just a part of it. I don't care that my favorite VTubers are in a relationship, and neither should you. Unless you're a unicorn. In that case, just stop it. In fact, your Oshis are probably in a relationship already. But the reason why this is somewhat different is because it follows a massive Yab termination that happened in early 2022, and the circumstances around those parties, these two parties, are crazy. These are fucking two superstars in the GFE and BFE world. So that's an added spice. And before anyone in the chat says that I'm unnecessarily spreading information and that I'm not helping and all that kind of stuff, I would just like to direct you to the viewership this post has gotten in 4 hours. 23 fucking million! In 4 fucking hours, this shit has exploded in Japan. It is. Yeah. Only unicorns scare? It's not that only a unicorn scare, it's just that it's big drama because the circumstances around it are weird. And like there's a lot of, you know, previous situations that we have to take into consideration. Okay. Why are there so much bumps at the start of the year, right? Shit, man. Anyway. Thank you very much for your help. I'm sorry to have caused this situation again. It has been reported that you are married and divorced and that you have filed a lawsuit against your partner yeah. I don't know why this was repeated twice. I would like to talk about the following. First of all, as stated in the article, I was originally married to someone. Yeah, again, this was all instigated before. Mafu decided to post this because of an article that was recently posted by a gossip magazine in Japan. So this is his response or addressal to that. First of all, as stated in the article, I was originally married to someone. I am very sorry that I have not been able to tell you publicly until now, and as a result, I have deceived you all. Understandable? He panders to a lot of girls. We started dating before the summer of 2021, joined the registry at the end of December. That means they officially got married at the end of December, and divorced in July of 2022. So I have no fucking idea why they decided to get married in literally just within a year. And then they also got divorced in the same fucking, like literally a year later. So the marriage only lasted a year. I have never said a word about this before. It would be a terrible thing to say. It may make some people feel hard or shocked. I'm really sorry. I'm also deeply sorry to all parties concerned who have caused worry and trouble in this matter. I have decided to tell the truth in order to not repeat the lie anymore. Basically, to get it out of this conscience. Understandable. 1 year? Why? I have no fucking idea. By telling the truth, I may be sued. I may also cause trouble to many people. They may never listen to my music again. All the people will hate me and say they never want to see me again. I may never be able to be a Mafu again. I may never be able to be Mafu again is probably what he's trying to say. But I don't want to lie anymore, and above all, I don't want to live my life pretending to be someone I'm not. Understandable. Fucking understandable. This is why I'm going to tell you. What I am about to write is a factual summary of what happened back then and up to the present. It's a rather long story, so I recommend that only those who want to know the truth read it. People like us. I had serious feelings for my partner, hereinafter to as Miss A, until around spring of 2021. As I said in the magazine interview, I was unable to fall in love. I found myself unable to have so-called romantic feelings for other people. So basically, the guy was aromantic until he met Rushia, I guess, Michael. Yeah. I had given up on love and marriage. It was at this time that I met someone, a man, again, Google, it's deep L, so it could all be wrong, who told me that he loved me. I thought it would be nice if we could support each other and live together, even though it might be different from the general view of love. There was a lot of opposition from close friends and relations, but we pushed it through, got together, and got married. It is undeniable that I was serious about Ako, which is the wife that he had. So basically, it was probably the first time in the long time that he was truly in love with someone, that he fell that hard. Like, bro, it's actually amazing to me. Mafu Mafu is this aromantic guy that never fell in love, but when he set his eyes on the fucking Menhera that was Rushia, Michael, he immediately fell in love with her, got obsessed with her. Brother, when people say that men actually prefer mentally unstable women, they're not kidding. It's actually fucking real. Actually, fuck me, man. Yeah. Anyway, it was at this time. Wait, never mind. I already read that. I had thought many times that I wanted to announce the fact of our marriage. Of course, this was a complete turnaround from my previous statements about myself. It was also true that I had a fear of making it public. Still, I would prefer to make a proper announcement from our own mouths rather than to have it be known in an unwilling manner. However, at the end of the time, at the time when we were in the processing of joining, Miss Ako was also an internet activist. I don't know what that means. Probably internet, like a figure. We could not make a public announcement partly because of the wishes of Miss A and her relations. I thought I would tell the whole story because of a certain flame war. Unjustified misinformation spread and the number of slanderous remarks increased. I tried many times to find the right time to announce the truth, but I was unable to do so due to many obstacles I had to overcome. While I was exhausted under such an environment, I was crossing paths with Miss A more and more often. At that time, every time I objected to a trivial matter, she would denounce me as if she were winding me up. As I would repeatedly spend days just crying and apologizing to her, she would say to me, I began to believe that I was to blame for everything. It became so dark I could not see everything. Fuck me, man. Holy shit. Influencer. Okay, yeah, so I guess internet activist probably means influencer. But holy shit, this fucking... So, basically, Mafu Mafu is trying to say that he was in a bit of somewhat of a mentally abusive relationship. Again, this is just Mafu Mafu's part. We haven't heard from Rushia yet, and we will get to Mikineko later. At that time, I was blind. I did not know what normal was. So I was trying to resolve Miss A's dissatisfaction, understandable. I don't know if you guys understand what he was trying to say here, but basically because Mafu Mafu did not really know what it was to fall in love, or he was aromantic, he didn't have a frame of reference as to what a healthy relationship was. So what he did was he was only trying to avoid offending Miss A. He was walking on eggshells just to keep the peace, the mental peace in their relationship. Every day I would sit at my computer, open Line or Discord, and immediately contact her back. I was exchanging more than several hundred messages a day on a daily basis, but I still suspected her cheating on me. Holy fuck. Keep me logged into Discord server 24/7 a day so that you can monitor my activities. Proof that I wasn't cheating and keep going up on my phone even when I was sleeping. Shit, man, the guy literally couldn't even rest. I can't believe it was, when I think back on it again, etc. I'd accepted these situations as normal at the time, even under such circumstances. I was told things like, I guess he married you for your money. And I kept apologizing to him without really understanding what was going on. I could not make any decision on my own, and I had no idea what to do. It was the words of my precious partner that saved me at the time. I regained my sanity. I finally realized that many of the behaviors and actions I had been receiving from Miss A were moral harassment. Yes, I began to consider divorcing her, as I did not want to stay with her. At first, Miss A strongly expressed her intention that she did not want to divorce me because she was sorry for what she had done. Oh my god, I'm sorry for mentally abusing you. I won't do it again. We tried to find a way to resolve the situation without a divorce and to improve the relationship. Okay, respectable. I had originally purchased a new house for us to live together. I thought that if we lived together, I would be able to resolve Ako's anxious feelings. However, since fuck. However, since the relationship had become complicated, she stayed at a new house and I stayed at the same rented apartment, keeping distance from each other. Shortly thereafter, Miss A began to make repeated comments on social networking sites that smacked dissatisfaction with me. These statements were far from the truth and they prompted a third-party criticism from me. I have repeatedly told her through my lawyer to stop making such statements. However, there was no improvement. It's actually fucking insane. I don't know how it is in the entertainment industry that you need to tell someone, you need to tell your significant other through a lawyer to stop like making fun of you, to stop like making all these comments from you. In order to improve our relationships and to stabilize our mental condition, I've been trying to put a stop to the unceasing slander and defamation. We asked Miss A to at least make some of the facts public and correct the misinformation. However, Miss Ako's representative told us Miss Ako's representative rejected our initial unilaterally saying this is the time for you to restart your activities in a new way, so please refrain from announcing your marital status. However, Miss A's representative rejected our request and made no attempt to come to terms with us, so it's a one-sided affair. In late May 2010, I think he means 2022, I could no longer stand the attitude of on the part of maybe 2021 or 2022. I could no longer stand the attitude on the part of Miss Ako despite her words and formally filed for divorce through an attorney. Thus, without being able to tell everyone the truth, we entered into divorce proceedings through our lawyer, and at the same time I filed for divorce. I myself could no longer even stand up, so I decided I needed to recuperate. I decided to take a break from my activities after my last performance at Tokyo Dome. It was a difficult decision that caused a lot of troubles for many people involved. Originally, we have been told along with the announcement of the hiatus. I had hoped that by telling the truth along with the announcement of the suspension, the slander that had been spread in the world would be reduced, even only a little. However, due to requests from Miss A's side, we could not talk about our marital relationship. As a result, they have decided to announce the suspension in the form of only medical treatment for illness. Along with the frustration of suspending the project without being able to tell the truth, I also resented my own inadequacy. Oof. Rough. Holy shit, 3,000 people are here. Hello, everybody. We discovered Miss A's betrayal when we talked with a certain man, hereafter referred to as Mr. B. So, Mikeneko cheated. For details, we received screenshots of Discord and Line from Mr. B man. I connected the call and asked him to explain. Wait, so from what I understand, the guy that Miss A allegedly cheated on him with, came to him and apologized and asked him to explain, even provided screenshots. The images included an invitation for a date and an exchange of gifts for Valentine's Day, December 25, the day of the registry, and the next day, December 26. He also stood down from his Christmas plan with me and invited me to play with him during the end of the year. In May, during the divorce proceedings, while sending a message to Mafu that he wanted to get back together with me. During the divorce proceedings in May, I sent a message to Mafu that I wanted to get back together with him and invited B-Man to share a room with me. I vividly remember that I was so shocked and I fell asleep. So basically, this chat is I guess the screenshot that Rushia sent. I thought I was a victim. Mr. B apologized to me over and over again. So basically, Mr. B probably did not know that Mafu and him were in a relationship. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. 600 hello. I just joined in and need help understanding. Is Mikey Rushia bad now or what the fuck? It seems like it's a lot of bad news for her. It's all bad news coming in from her. So yeah, we'll get that. We'll get our conclusion by the end of this stream. I thought I was a victim and made peace with him because he didn't seem to know what was going on. Now Mr. B and I are good friends. So the guy that Mikeneko cheated on Mafu with are good friends and apologized. Wait, so she was cheating when they were just getting married? Yes, that seems to be what Mafu is saying. Rushia cheated on him as they were about to get married. And again, Apparently, Mafumafu has the receipts because he has screenshots from Discord and Line. Anyway, that was not all. During the proceedings, I was harassed in various ways. By Miss A and third parties on social media, social networking sites, and anonymous bulletin boards. There were many posts that made it seem as if I was committing domestic violence or cheating on my wife with multiple women. So people were basically ratting and making rumors that Mafumafu was doing all of this. This, of course, is not true, but a lie. During my hiatus, I was repeatedly harassed and unable to disclose the truth. The days passed with nothing but misinformation and unable to disclose the truth. As a least resistance, I was determined to reduce the slander as much as possible. I decided to file a request for disclosure of information against the anonymous bulletin board. As a result, for the disclosure request, the court acknowledged the illegality of the slander and the request was approved. And as you can see in the article, most of the posts were found to be by Miss A. There were many slanderous statements where basically, from what I understand, Mafumafu made a court order to show who were the people behind the slanderous boards, the slanderous stuff in the boards, and the posts, and the slanderous posts were actually made by Mikineko herself. He, again, allegedly, he was getting slandered by his own wife. There were many slanderous statements. One of the egregious was Mafumafu killed Ako's cat by slamming it against the door. Ako's cat was a pet of mine and mine was a cat of hers. When I met her cat, it was an old cat, blind in both eyes, and it was very friendly to me. I myself have 2 cats and I'm taking good care of them. I would never do anything to harm an animal. I had no idea what kind of idea would lead to such a story. In my occurrence, holy shit. So basically a lot of the let's say the slanderous statements against her was apparently Mafumafu is an animal abuser, which is something that's against Mafumafu's moral conscience. In my more than 10 years of activity, being slandered was an everyday appearance. If I had been a conventional sort of person, I could have tried to not care. However, Miss A is the only one who speaks out against slander, which is true. We've seen this a lot. If the person who was saying such things was hurting people, even registering as a paid member on an anonymous bulletin board, I felt that I could not overlook this. If the case goes to trial, it can be heard and everyone can get the correct information. If I tell the truth online without any context, though, that could be our fault. In the legal arena of a court of law, they will most likely give the correct verdict. Therefore, I decided to go to court even though I was prepared for everything to come to light. The civil trial is going on against Miss A claiming slander and defamation. So, yeah, apparently, allegedly, it's still going. He and Rushia is in a legal battle right now. At the last year, at the end of the summer, I consulted with the police and spent 8 hours making a statement. A record is a document that a detective makes after questioning a case. We have confirmed that Child A was also called in and was successfully sent to the... Okay, no, this is like not Child A. This is like actually just Rushia herself. Sent to the prosecutor's office at the end of last year, so we're very happy to hear from her. I think the prosecutors are currently thinking about how they can work with us. Okay. And then next case. This may sound like an excuse, because it will all come to light once the trial, either civil or criminal, proceeds. I thought I would tell the truth at the time. Finally, I believe that the trial will continue and the time to speak will come in the future. There was so much more, this is important, that could not fit in this sentence though. I have only written what I have clear evidence at hand. I don't think I have told you enough, but I have kept in my heart for what I have kept in my heart for a long time. I'm glad that I could tell you what I have been keeping in my heart for a long time. For 2 years, every day, I wanted to die all the time. From Ako, as mentioned above, I may be subjected to unjustified things and delusions again. I would be happy if you could listen to me in that case, for I am unsure we can come to a conclusion if we fight it out in a proper legal forum. Also, whatever the circumstances, it will not change the fact that I lied to the viewers who support Mafumafu. It doesn't change the fact that I was wrong. I will live with that feeling with the rest of my life. I am truly sorry. And finally, although it may be selfish of me, I hope that by publishing this text, even one more slanderous statement will be eliminated. Thank you for reading so far, Mafumafu. Holy shit. Can you all digest? Can you all digest that so far? So I guess the article that Mafu Mafu was talking about earlier is this. This. I guess it was this one. Yeah. So I can't read Japanese, but yeah, from it seems like it was referencing this one. So, to recap, they are currently in a legal battle right now, and the reason why Mafu Mafu decided to pursue this was because he wanted to get the truth out there, and it's been aching, it's been haunting him for quite a long time. They are currently in a legal battle right now. The reason why Mafu Mafu decided to do this was because he wanted to unload it in his system, even at the cost of his own career, which I think is a brave thing to do. I think that kind of speaks well to his, let's say, his ethics and his moral standing. And some key interesting notes and specific details to keep up here is that one, they were married for a year, but apparently Rushia was mentally abusive, psychologically abusive, and she even cheated on him. And I guess Rushia herself was also projecting, thinking that Mafu Mafu was cheating on her, even though Mafu Mafu did not. Again, that's alleged. We don't have any proof of that yet. This is all taking in Mafu Mafu's statement. And the other is that there's more. Mafu Mafu has more to say, but it's just that he can't reveal everything right now because legal reasons. Yes. It's all so fucking wild. Yeah. I have no idea what that Mafu Mafu was thinking to want to, marry her within 1 year. I guess fucking Rushia's Menhera energy was just so... Again, I'm gonna repeat this again. I'm going to drill this fucking fact into the heads of many people. Menheras are attractive and hot. It will make people go insane. Men will literally ruin their lives over a hot Menhera. Okay? And I think this only solidifies that idea.